What's up, guys? I'm going to try to give you basics on the app Procreate. All right, so you open your app up. You're going to see the gallery or what have you right here. And up here, you'll see select, import, photo, and this little plus sign right here. This is how you create a new canvas. And it's already got some pre-made sizes, and whenever you make a new size, it'll be shown down here. You just click right here to create a size. You can type in your width right here, your height, your DPI, that's dots per inch, dots per square inch. The bigger you get, the less layers that you'll be able to have. If you're wondering about album covers, it's usually 3,000 by 3,000. And I like to just do that with just about all my art for real. So let's just create something. You can also do it by millimeters, centimeters, inches, and pixels. All right, and then over here on the left, you got the color profile. If you're doing printing, you'll want to do CMYK. Or for digital, for the screen, RGB. And then you got your time-lapse settings. Okay, and this is what settings that your time lapses will be recorded in. I always set mine to 4K. Canvas properties. Okay, you can preset your background color or have the background hidden. All right, so let's go back to dimensions. I'm going to start at 3,000 by 3,000, and I get 70 layers, 300 DPI. Before we do that, I want to go back though and talk about this. All right, so let me create another one and just show you. Okay, now let me just all right, so you see I got something there, right? All right, so we can take this and I can hold it and drag it and stack it. And I can do that as much as I want. And that's like a folder now. And as you can see, I've organized all my art by folders. I've even numbered them. And that's how, like, this is one client, this is another client. And all these are folders. And that's how I organize it within Procreate. Like I've got some that's got like 300 in each one. But let's just go in here and I'll show you. Okay. Gallery goes backwards. This little wrench right here, you open it up, you click add, you can insert a file from your iCloud, your iPad, other apps, like if you download a font or something like that. You can insert a photo from your photos. You can take a photo with your camera. You can add text. And that opens up all these options down here too. And there's pencil settings. And that just takes you back to your settings. Go back to Procreate. All right, you want to click these little hold on. All right, so if you double tap that, all right, select it. These A's right here. All right, and that opens up a whole bunch of options for your text, right? So, like, one cool thing is this button right here, the switch, these two T's, makes them all caps, and that makes them all lowercase. And then the tracking separates it, the letters, puts spaces in between the letters. All right, and then you can make it smaller or bigger. And then you notice it's not getting pixelated. That's because within the program, the text is vector. pretty cool. I wish that Procreate was a full vector program, but it isn't. But the text is actually vector before you save it. Because so you can scale it up to any size. Maybe one day they'll update it. I don't see it in the future, but anyway. The other options are for, let me see. Alright, let me show you. Go back. So leading, that'll bring the other line closer. Baseline, that will actually do this, watch. See? It'll make that one, like, it'll take it up and down. And of course the opacity will make it lighter. One other cool feature is this one right here, this little O symbol. We'll make it to where it's just an outline. And you can also import fonts right here. Let me show y'all how to do that. Like I got one right here called Middle Earth that I downloaded to my files. Boom, it's in there. It's that easy. And here it is. See? It's that easy. All right, let's get out of text. Go back to the wrench. You got your canvas options. You can crop and resize to any size. You can also go to hit settings and do it. So you can type it in. Animation assist. That's a whole nother topic. It's kind of confusing. There's a lot that goes into it with onion skins and stuff like that, but there's an option right there. You can actually animate your drawings. You got your page assist, your drawing guide. I love the drawing guide. I use it quite a bit. So you click drawing guide, you turn it on, then you can go to edit drawing guide. And there's all different kinds of options with that. You see this is centered now, and you can change the color of it. In case, and if you got a dark canvas, you'll want it to be white, but if you got a light canvas, you'll want it to be dark. So this, just put a 2D grid on there, and then you got this option, this option. My favorite is the symmetry option, right? So anything you do now, so I got the symmetry on. So I go to my layers, and you see the assist is on. Drawing assist. See, it says drawing assist. So now, anything that I draw on this side will be on that side. Pretty cool, right? See? That's a pretty cool option. Okay. And it goes further than that too. Like, so I got the symmetry on. I can go to options and I can do horizontal, quadrant. So now it'll appear 4 times. And I can do radial. It'll appear 6 times. Watch this. So just hit done. That's pretty cool, right? So you could like draw a snowflake or something. Okay. So let me go back to drawing guide and just turn that back off. Alright. Hold on, it won't turn off yet. Let me go back. I gotta turn it off right there. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the wrench. Reference. That's a pretty good option. All right, so you click the reference on, and this will just make a copy of the canvas that you got right here. So like, see, and then you can zoom in anywhere. So I can be drawing right here, and I can say, wait, what's that over there, right? Or you can import an image and you can move it around anywhere. See? You can zoom in on it, and it's separate from your canvas. So that's pretty cool. And then you can just click that off right here at any time. You can clear it. You can import another image. There's a cool option where you can put your face. I've never used this, but you basically gotta put your face right here, and it'll put anything on there. I don't know how it works, but okay. And then you can just flip your canvas, horizontal, vertical. Here's your canvas information. You can actually sign it and say who it was made by. And the date that it was created. And it just tells you the dimensions of the canvas, the height, the width, all the information in there. The video statistics. So like it's recording it right now, right? So it's even told me how much time I've actually been on here, right? So how much time I've actually spent touching the screen is 8 minutes since we've been recording. It's pretty cool. I've made 13 strokes total. All right. So we're done with the canvas. So the sharing options, you can share as a Procreate file, a PSD file, a PDF, a JPEG, a PNG. If you share PNG, you want to make sure you don't have a background turned on. So you just turn that off. And you know, that's a transparent background. A TIFF file. And if you want to share it with layers, PDF, PNG, animated GIF, animated PNG, animated MP4, animated HEVC. And that MP4, that's what you what I usually use if I'm gonna make a animated video. And you can't make real long videos, like you just make clips and put them together basically. But like I said, that's a real complex topic, and it takes a while to talk about, so we're going to move along. Now let's go to the video option. As you can see, the time-lapse recording is turned on, so it is recording everything that I'm doing right here. And if you want to replay, you just hit that and it'll show you right there everything that we've done. See? Boom. Or you can export the video right there. You can go to your preferences. There's a lot of options right there for your brush. This right here, this is your brush settings. You can make it bigger, smaller, or you can turn the opacity down. One cool thing is in preferences, you can be a right-hand interface and move it over here. But I like it over here on the left. Project canvas, you can hook that up and project it on a TV or AirPlay device. A lot of these options I never use, to be honest. You know, you can adjust the pressure and sensitivity and stuff right there. Let's just move along. Adjustments. So let me put something on here. Oh, so undo is 2 taps. Redo is 3 taps. Now if you color drop, you drag right it'll adjust the threshold. Cause see, look, check this out. Notice how there's like a white line right there. If I adjust the threshold, oh, I did too much. Hold on. The white line's not there. Okay. Let me go back to the adjustments. All right. Hue and color brightness. Once you click that, it gives you these options down here at the bottom. You can adjust the brightness, the darkness, the saturation of it, and the color of it. All right. And you can click here and you can do it by the whole layer or just by the pencil. See, it just does it by the pencil. All right. And then there's a color balance, shadows, midtones, highlights. Pretty cool stuff. A curves option. So there's a lot of ways to manipulate the color on here. And gradient map. And they give you a lot of pre-made gradients, and you can edit the gradients. You can create gradients right here. Just click it and add a color. Motion blur. So you click motion blur, you can go up and down. You can go side to side with it. It's up to you. Perspective blur. And you can move it. And there's noise option. Make it look like there's a lot of noise. Different kinds of noise, billows, ridges. Increase the octaves, increase the turbulence, increase the scale of it all. Like I said, undo is 2 fingers, redo is 3. All right. Then you got sharpen, bloom, glitch. Glitch is pretty cool. Halftone, chromatic aberration, liquify. I like liquify. Once you click liquify, there's a lot of options like push, twirl right, twirl left, pinch, expand, crystals, edge, reconstruct. Twirl right and left is pretty cool. Watch this. And you can like push it. Hold on. You can push it. And you can clone. Alright, so that's all of adjustments. Select. Once you hit select, there's a whole bunch of different more options. Automatic, freehand, rectangle, eclipse. So if you used to do automatic, you just touch it, right? And then like really you could hit select and drag it around. You could freehand, so you could just then you hit that little arrow and you could drag it around. So there's a lot of different options for select. Rectangle. So let's hit the arrow, and it has about the same. So like distort, kind of slants it. Like I could make it look like it's laying down on the ground, you know? I use that a lot for shadows. Like I do album covers and flyers, and if I want somebody to look like they have a shadow, this really helps. The distort helps. You can warp it so it puts like a grid. You rotate it. Vertical flip, horizontal flip. Now let's go over here to brushes. You see this brush? I've downloaded a lot of brushes. I think it comes equipped with like 100 brushes, but you can also customize those brushes. You can create brushes. Creating brushes is a whole nother topic that I don't want to really dive into. It would take a long time, but this is the stroke properties. This is the brush studio over here, where you can really alter the look of the brush. One of the main things I suggest you do, especially with the liner brush, if you're using it for lines, is increasing the amount of stabilization. See that streamline amount? Take that up pretty high, you know what I mean? So that way, hold on, you get good straight lines. It's not jagged. I'll show you again. Streamline amount. See, like if I turn it down, see how it's shaky? But if I turn it up, it's straight. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, you can change the taper on it. You see that? That's the taper. See how it's got a fine point? You can change the taper of that. To have no taper or a longer taper. There's all kinds of ways that you can change it. And this would actually be where you create the brush. You import the grain and things like that. The shape of it, you import the shape. There's actually a source library that gives you a bunch of shapes and sources and grains and stuff to where you could really create within here. But I mean, you can take any image and create a brush. It's pretty amazing. And if you want to import a brush, you just hit that plus symbol right there and import it from your files. Now this is the smudge tool. Let me just put something on the board so I can show you. Alright, so I'm going to hit the smudge tool. And you can increase your brush size right there. So like if I want to smudge out, I could do that. And I could also hit that, and it operates by the brushes as well. So if I wanted to smudge with this shape, I could do it with that shape, that brush. It don't have to be with any particular kind of smudge. The erasers is the same way. You can erase with any of the brushes. So it operates pretty good like that. Like I like to use the soft brush to erase a lot of times. Sometimes I like to use the hard airbrush. It just depends on what I'm doing. And then right here you got your layers. You can create a layer. If you click it, you got all these options that come up. Rename, you can name the layer. Select, copy, fill layer, clear, Alphalock. Let me show you what Alphalock does. So that circle. Alright, so Alphalock. So you see how it created that on the background of this little thumbnail thing right here. So if I was to pick another color, oh, this is the color profile, by the way, the color. It's only gonna color, since the Alphalock's on, in the image. But taking mine, since it's on the same layer, it's stuck to that image now. A better way to do it is to go to the layer above it and click it and click clipping mask and drop the color in, because now it's on its own layer. You see what I'm saying? So if I wanted to erase something, I didn't have to erase that. So we can just turn that off. You got mask. You got drawing assist. I told you what that was earlier. You can invert it. And another cool thing is reference. Now check this out. Let me just clear this out. I'm gonna draw another circle so you can understand. All right. So if you click reference, right? Let's just say you got an outline drawing, and you want to keep the outline, but you want to color it in. So you don't want to mess with the outline. You want to keep it. So you can click reference and create a new layer, and I could literally drop color in, and that outline is still there. As long as it's a closed outline, it'll still be there. You see what I'm saying? I could even like, you know, you can see the outline still there. It's pretty useful. Pretty useful. Last thing I want to show you is the colors. All right. So you click that over there in the little circle in the right hand top corner, and you got the color wheel. You got down here, you got the disc, the classic, harmony. So it's going to show complementary colors. Value, you're actually going to get the HSB, RGB, and the hexadecimal number for the particular color. And another thing, you can hold the screen and it'll select the color. Like if you see how I drug it over and it select the color, and it even appears there. So you actually know the codes for the color. And then it has palettes. Now you can save a palette. You can create palettes, save them on here. It already has some on there. Sometimes you might want to save it for particular projects. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, oh, another thing, look, you can rotate. Just thought of that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I tried to pack in as much basic information as I could think of. I'm sure I missed a lot of stuff, and I do apologize. I was trying to tell you as much as I could in 30 minutes that I could think of. But yeah, like I said, if you got a question, drop a comment. I'll try to answer it, or maybe even make a video about it. I appreciate you guys tuning into the video, and y'all have a great day.